Hey y'all, it's Lindsay, and today I just wanted to talk really quickly about the protein sparing modified fast bread recipe from blah, 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 blah. Be blessed, y'all. Oh my word, I'm trying to speak all the words as fast as possible. Psmf Wonder Bread from Maria Emmerich, but doing it the Indigo Neely way, where she did half and half on the egg white powder and the egg, like whole egg powder. Amazing. Hold tight. I had bought this, or had bought, let's use proper grammar. I purchased this amazing little contraption off of the Amazon. It's a silicone bread mat kind of thing, bread pan. It's completely like floppy. It comes like all rolled up when you buy it off of the Amazon. And you think, how in the world is that thing going to hold bread batter? Because the PSMF batter is a batter. It is for sure not a dough, because you cannot like squish it in your hand and mold it. It's not malleable like that. It's much more of a batter that you just can kind of like lump into a device. So I had been making the bread in one of my other pans, and I had been making it into long, skinny loaves, kind of like a French bread loaf. Well, I decided to try it Indigo Neely's way, from the time when she tried it with the actual whole egg powder, and did it with this, and I turned out with phenomenal buns. They were super thick. I've turned them into breakfast sandwiches, sliced them laterally. I like to flip the lid from, well, it's got cheese on it now, but I like to flip the top side, which feels a little bit sticky, and use the inside as my top of my bun. The bottom is amazing. The bread holds up beautifully. That change of doing the whole egg powder, half and half of the egg white powder, huge game changer for this. I like it with just the egg white powder when I'm making things like a little one serving bread pudding, that's what I'm looking for, or French toast, because you're adding all of the moisture back into it using the egg custard mix. But whenever it's just by itself, having that little extra fat from the whole egg powder makes a major difference. And that has really converted me to wanting to only use this kind of bread instead of my my low carb bread recipe that I have on here. I do plan to make my low carb bread recipe in this silicone hamburger bun pan. Feels like it's a weird thing to call this a pan, because I mean, like, it's silicone. But I plan to try that out to see what I can do there. Just because I think that my husband Jared prefers the texture on the low carb bread that I make a little bit better than the egg bread, or profo, as Neely's husband Jeff coined it, and I felt it was absolutely necessary to start calling it that henceforth and forevermore. So anyway, that's what I've got going on. That's what I have done. These store beautifully in my refrigerator. I have not tried to make up a bunch of breakfast sandwiches and freeze them or anything like that. I don't know how well the whole pre-built sandwich would do if I were to do that. And it's really quick to just pull out a skillet and, fry up your egg and move on with your life. So I haven't found a need to try to do that as a freezer prep kind of a deal, the way that I do my breakfast burrito freezer prep. Oh my goodness, I've been running around all morning, so I'm a little bit out of breath. In other news, I know this is not part of my title, but I have been desperately trying to put together a video where I share my Chipotle ranch recipe. And I really do that kind of, it's a step builder kind of a situation. I make my mayonnaise, then I make my ranch, then I make the Chipotle ranch, taking out some of each recipe as I go. And that makes it a very efficient use of like my blender, my time, etc. And I really want to get that video edited for you. There's just been a lot of chaos happening around here lately, like not a bad way, but it's difficult to find a pocket of time to be able to edit. And also, given the lighting situation here in my kitchen, it's really tricky for me to try to get the visuals so that you can actually see. I don't even have like the stigma in my brain that anything needs to be perfect, because that is not me. But at least being able to see what is going on instead of just seeing things backlit and you can't tell what's happening. I can't with that. So I'm trying, but there are some obstacles I'm trying to overcome that just require me to sit down and think a little more in a focused way than, you know, just set it up and go the way I could back in Wisconsin. I know I've said that a lot in a lot of videos, and it bothers me deeply because this kitchen is great. I mean, it's a real big kitchen. It's like super big. I don't have any kind of like a, what is it called? An island where I would get good light to be able to make use of this giant window here. But, so I don't have anything of that nature to be able to really aid me in getting good lighting. And my lights that I have are behemoths, and trying to navigate those in the counter space, like it's just, and this is really, really nonsensical discussion here. Be blessed. So all of that to say, I have yet to get that in a way that at least is useful to people. Because I mean, first and foremost, I share because I want to share. And secondly, I share because I want to offer whatever resources I have to others. And if you can't see what I'm doing, then the resource means nothing. And yeah, what else? We're, doing all the things. We have a 4-year-old who is very strong-willed, and trying to find the time to be able to even talk to the camera has been another obstacle that I'm working through. Oh my goodness. She's a Spitfire, she's a pistol, but she is really, really testing the limits to see where she can and where she can't take control of things. So anyway, I'm doing what I can at this time, and my heart is to share what's going on, but I also know that that's not the season of life that I'm sitting in right now. What else? I've been buying meat and food savoring it because the meat prices are definitely going up, and we do eat quite a bit of meat. And so whenever I see something on sale, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to have to bust out my food saver. I had kept it in storage since we had moved here to Ohio from Wisconsin. And I was just like using freezer Ziplocs and things like that. It's gotten to the point where I'm like, this is ridiculous. I need to pull out the tools that I have and use the tools that I have, because it's the right tool for this job. So I have been freezing the meats that are over there with that device. I've already put them in the deep freeze, but just trying to maintain preparations around my kitchen so that I can make my life easier on the back end when it's time to actually cook food. I have put together a beef and broccoli stir fry for me and Jared I did it a couple of times this past week, and we super love it. I might want to share that one as a recipe video in the not so distant future if I can manage it. But since we just ate it twice in the past week, I don't know that it's going to come up in rotation very soon. But it was delicious, and it's a for sure repeat in the future. I hope to share that with you. I hope to be able to do some food prep with you. I really like doing things like that because I know that others get motivated by seeing someone do a task, and it gives them ideas, whether, it's the cleaning genre on YouTube, or the food prep genre, or, just all of those things. People get motivated seeing other people doing the thing. And it also helps me stay focused whenever I'm doing the food prep and not get so distracted by all of the tiny humans. And I would like to make that a thing. I don't know what else. I have not filmed a what I eat in a day. I've not been able to do a whole lot of stuff and things here for my hobby on YouTube, and I'm practicing being okay with that, even though I have the desire to do the things. So other pieces of my life are taking precedent. Please stick tight with me as much as you are willing to do so. If you have not subscribed, I would love for you to consider it. This is not obviously my best content. In the past year or so, it has not been my best content. So go into that wide open eyes. That was wrong. With eyes wide open. Oh my word. Words are tricky. But know that I do have a desire to share and to, um, you know, offer what I know to anybody who is willing to receive it. So if you want to subscribe, that's awesome. If you want to thumbs up this video, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. If you want to thumbs it down, I respect your right to choose. And that's all I got. I'll see you next time.